Hello, hi! Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Quimby and today I'm going to be playing Slay the Princess. I would like to extend a big congratulations to Corbagate for getting the first Channel Points award. Very good job, congratulations. Good morning, Gamer Nation. We're gonna go talk to my girlfriend today. I love her. She just killed me, it's great. I love her so much, oh my gosh, wow. Whoa, okay. Sorry, had to get that out of the way first. How are we all doing today? I personally am doing pretty well. I had a great session of D&D last night, and I'm having a pretty decent time today overall. Yeah, I'm hoping to work on some chainmail later. Oh my gosh, I need to I need to put an update on Tumblr. I need to update my progress because it's going super well. Do you guys want to hear it? Do you guys want to hear my chainmail project? I can't show it to you on the screen because I don't have a physical form to do it. I can certainly let you guys hear. I can let you guys hear the sounds of the chainmail. This is the sound of chainmail. This is the This right here. This more like loose wiggly sound. That's the 4-in-1. That's European 4-in-1 right there. Do you hear how sort of like loose and jingly that is? This right here. That more tight sounding. That's the 6-in-1. They've got different sounds that I hope it'll be able to come through on the microphone. So remember this looser jingle. That's the 4-in-1, and then this tighter sounding one. That's the 6-in-1. Chainmail ASMR with Quimby. Yeah, I've been working on that and it's been coming along very nicely. I need to post an update to Tumblr. Which, by the way, if you want to keep up with my chainmail exploits, that is where I've been posting about them. And yeah, overall, I've got big plans for that little hunk of metal that I've been working on. I have some thoughts. I might get some anodized rings to make it a little more fancy. But anyway, at any rate, that is the end of our intro section. I'm gonna turn on Slay the Princess music, because that is the game that we are playing today. Uh-oh, spooky time in the music, whoa! Yeah, we left off yesterday in the middle of a run, and we are going to be finishing that up today, probably. Let me go ahead and change the scene. 3, 2, 1, and pop! Slay the Princess. She would love me not to. I don't want to slay her either. But yes, we left off. We are going to be talking to oh, sorry, the Spectre is so cute. Straight up, I think the Spectre is the cutest of the princesses. She's just so darling. I wanted to let her possess me. I'm really sad that I had to have her kill me instead. That's really sad. At any rate, let's hop in. Let's play the game.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
I do enjoy Voice of the Cheated. Hi. Hey there, Cheated, how's it going?
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
Oh my gosh, what if all of this was rigged from the start?
That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
I mean, to be fair, the cosmic powers that be do have thoughts on the matter. It's me and the princess, actually. We are the cosmic forces that be.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
Hey narrator, glad to see you're on board.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
Well,
we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves.
Thank you, Voice of the Cold.
And why, pray tell, did you do that?
Because you tried to...
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
I do like how just objective the Cold is about that. Cold is like, yeah, you decided to make our lives miserable.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy.
He did just kind of tell us we were happy.
Well, were you happy?
No.
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
It was terrible. I was not having a good time.
It was boring.
Foisted with tedium goes hard. It goes really hard. The quotes from this game, pretty epic.
It was bullshit. So you killed yourself?
Yep.
Yes. And then she killed us.
True.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Yeah, we're kind of going through it.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
What good is it if we're having a terrible time?
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
I really quite enjoy how the Cold is like, the Cold man is like, let's not worry with the motion stuff, and then the Cold is like, we're being so boring right now. And why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Sus.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
Sus.
I mean, he did promise. And you believed him?
Sus. Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
Water.
That's a hedge, not a wager. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
I vibe with that.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
The Cold is kind of popping off in this room, I'm not gonna lie. Also, Candybot is telling me to drink some water, which I did just do, but I will do again because hydrate. We stay hydrating.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
But what if I didn't, though? We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to follow through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point.
Yeah, but you haven't really done a good job of convincing me that anything matters.
Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient. Everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Cheated kind of based.
On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
The voices are kind of bloodthirsty in this path, and I'm kind of here for it. Oh, and friend, hi! Welcome on in. Thank you for the knot first. So we don't go to the cabin. There's another option, proceed to the cabin. There's something, else we haven't tried to turn around and leave. I'm going to proceed. Wow, hiccups. I'm going to proceed to the cabin.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
I always love third chapter cabins, because just seeing how the cabin is always the same in a world that's so entirely different.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
You're trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Oh, Quippy, has you, Quippy? Hey, friend, hello, hello, hello.
Would you look at that? We won.
Yippee, we won!
Take it however you will.
I love winning. I'm going to enter the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
See, this sort of like translucency is always really impressive to me in art, because like seeing things through a veil of like lighter fabric. It's like I'm thinking about how you would go about shading something like this if you're doing it, if you're doing traditional art, which I believe most of the art in Slay the Princess was done traditionally. And you have to be thinking about keeping this area lighter than the rest of it, like shading it to the point that it makes sense where in the points where it joins with the rest of the environment. But then having those lighter bits there. It's so interesting. How you gorgeous being how you gorgeous talking about Clemmy, of course. How are you? I'm doing so well, thank you. I'm having a pretty alright day. Do you want I'm so sorry to keep doing this day, but do you want to hear the chainmail project I've been working on? I can't show it to you guys, but I can sort of wriggle it in front of the microphone so that the noises get picked up by the sounds get picked up. This is the chainmail I've been working on. That's a proper chainmail sheet right there, I tell ya. That's not just like a little bit of chainmail. That's like straight up just that's just chainmail. Sorry. I'm so proud of it. I'm gonna take a picture and post it on Tumblr later today. Very good. Gonna do an art day with my brother after work. Oh heck yeah, we love to see it. We love to see it.
The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
No pristine blade. Headpats could be heck yeah. We got the headpats. We are winning.
What's strange? Is it the mirror?
Yeah, the mirror's pretty strange, but the narrator's not gonna mention that.
The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us.
I'm really enjoying having cheated along on this route.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do.
Oh, cheated.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Yeah, what basement?
He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here?
Yeah, that's interesting, because the knife, the pristine blade, sorry, does usually appear in all the worlds. I don't if I recall from my last encounter with the Wraith, I don't remember there being a knife there at all. So where is the pristine blade here? By the curtains, my guess is that a lot of these assets are done on separate pages of paper, then superimposed digitally. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That does absolutely make sense. But have you guys seen that one? Have you guys seen that one sculpture of a lady with a veil? Hold on, I'm gonna put that in Discord, because that's what makes me think of sculpture lady with veil. It's so cool. It's so neat. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that in Discord really quick. It just makes me think about stuff like that, where it's like, how do you even begin to start thinking about how to make that shape with the fabric and then making it out of stone? I just whoa, that's crazy. I think
Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
okay. Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I probably am.
We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others.
Fair enough, yeah. I don't see any, like, princesses in the windows or anything, so it probably is just her.
I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Whatever mirror isn't actually there. Yeah, and this page especially does look as though assets are digitally superimposed, like just looking at the lines between things, but I just think it's neat when people do translucent fabric in art. Wipe the mirror clean.
Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Gosh darn it.
Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Oh, hi, ma'am.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Oh boy. It's like that factor where they move a little bit with your cursor, which requires individual cutouts. Very fun stuff. Very fun stuff.
Your bones snap.
Ouchie!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them.
Ah, man. Well...
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Yay! Bee, 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 bee! I love her!
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right.
Legs are not supposed to bend like that.
I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over.
To be fair, I actually did not have the knife in the last one.
So,
last chapter.
Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Yippee!
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Yippee!
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice.
I'm slightly concerned. It's theater, friend. It's theater. This is all. I'm playing a game, you know. I am blushing though, admittedly.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one.
I joined in on. Hi, Penny. I'm about to be, I think, forcefully possessed by the princess, so that's really exciting. That's my knife, just in case. I mean, knives are an integral part of this game. That's yep. But yes, hi, Penny. Welcome on in. That's the average Quimby stream for you. Average Quimby experience. You couldn't possess me on your own. I thought I needed to agree to it. Look, even though I killed you and then you killed me, wandered under the bridge. I wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim in all this too, you know. I'm possessing me against my will, make you no better than me. You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you? I actually came here to free you. This is what I want to say. But I kind of want to see if I can ask a question beforehand. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to ask questions, but you know, I don't know if it'll proceed to the next event if I ask a question. I am going to say I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again.
Okay, here we are. Also they added those stupid stories, TikTok-y things to the Twitch website. And to the Twitch website? They made the website TikTok-y? Oh my gosh, we live in a society. We live in a society. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had.
Oh, honey.
Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Killing and maiming? Isn't the TikTok clone thing over? Seriously, why on earth would they try and make the website TikTok-y? New trend, I hate trends. I hate them. I hate them so much.
Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Oh, here we go.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
You both are gross. Yeah, the TikTok clone thing and the AI thing. Did I just hear roll down the back of my step? That sounded like a cable falling? That's unfortunate.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Hi, ma'am.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
I don't think that's how the narrator works.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Angela, y'all are a bit freaky. But I heard it's theater, friend. It's theater. I mean, you're not wrong, but theater. It's about the theater of it all. It's not like I actually want to make out with a corpse. It's just that you know, in the game where the princess is a corpse, she's kind of hot, you know?
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here?
Hey, yeah, I think I can blame that on the narrator if I want to.
Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Membrane of your soul kind of goes hard. Yes, ma'am.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, I'm working on it.
Here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Oh, here we go.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know.
Hi, princess.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Oh? Freaks and weirdos make the world go round, otherwise there would only ever be mass appeal art, which is a misnomer because it has no appeal. That's true. That's true. I would much rather see art made by people who are like passionate and freaky about something than people who are just making art to try to appeal to as many people as possible, you know? I think it's so fun to see the things that people are passionate about, the things that people will like pour time and dedication and love into.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
You know, Cheetah, you've been pretty based this route, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I think I am going to help her on this.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Yippee! The good art happens when you get weird with it. The good art happens when you get weird with it.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Oh, I'm so sorry, princess. I wanted to let you possess me earlier. I swear. Leave the cabin.
You toss the last of your will aside and surrender to the princess.
Yes, ma'am.
Shit. I guess that's that. An
Yep.
end is an end. Let's see what it has in store for us.
This is all I wanted. It will be a mercy for you at the end of everything.
Aw, princess. That's so hot of her for real. It's really hot of her.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly,
Ouchie.
as if they're
Ouch.
fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
Ouchie. Here
But
we
despite
go.
the anguish, it doesn't
Oh,
feel like the
no.
exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Shut up, narrator. The pain feels good because I know you feel it too. I love blind vengeance. Blind vengeance. Oh my gosh, yeah. When people like throw away any chance of themselves like winning or getting out there in just pure blind desire to hurt someone. It's a really fun trope.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body into a little case of meat and feathers. I will be free.
I love how just present in the narrative it is that I'm a Birdman.
Please, just let her out.
Yes, let me out.
Yes, ma'am. No, narrator.
Pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met.
Shut up, narrator.
No, screw that. The hallway gets
Ah,
even longer.
Narrator.
You have described me into submission.
Oh.
The door is right there.
It really is, isn't it?
Interesting. The princess superseding the narrator.
I walk to it.
Oh my gosh, she's in our head. What we believe is happening, and what we believe of her in the space is what it becomes. If she's in our head and she can convince us that the door is right there, and then tell us that we walk to it.
I place your bloody hand on the door.
Oh, I love this. I love seeing the mechanics of this game in action.
I made you twist the handle.
Isn't
Oh boy, we're
saying
getting
all
out
of
of
this
this.
his job?
We're getting out of here.
It's gone.
Oh, she got rid of him.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
Huh.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
Huh.
This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out.
The candle clicks as we push forward. The air is different here.
Oh, we're in the long quiet. Only Tara's been able to do that? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, we've been possessed by the specter, but even she couldn't get rid of the narrator. Huh. But as you step outside the bounds of the cabin, you feel another violent tear, a rending that cuts all the way down to your soul. You are once again separated from everything that nestled in the deep crevices of your body, from everything that isn't you.
We're us again. How interesting.
Ah, look at it. Look at the accurate forearms again.
We actually won, didn't we?
We did it!
What? What is happening to me?
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But you don't answer her before she's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out?
It's gonna be okay.
Whatever makes you happy.
It's gonna be okay, you guys. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. There she is. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Hi, princess.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
She can lend me a hand or two. She's definitely got a couple hands at least. Yeah, friend, I don't know if you've seen this before. This is the shifting mound. This is the princess whenever we're in the long quiet. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
She has at least two hands. She has at least two hands. I'm going to drink some water. So water is very tasty. It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Bro, I feel so old now. Oh, hi, Max. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Why do you feel so old? Let's see. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Let's see. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths. and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
I have to do adult stuff now and I don't wanna. Oh, that is a big rip, Max. That is rather unfortunate. Getting to the point where we gotta do adult stuff, that's like real cringe. Man, I've been an adult for a bit now, and it's still just, and like some things get easier with it, but oh man, it's still just, oh yeah. Adult stuff sucks.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Let's see. What else do we have to say? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Alright, I think we probably not have to plan stuff instead of just going. Okay, admittedly I do love to plan stuff. I'm a big planning enjoyer. I love to plan things and then invite people to do stuff. So that one I think is maybe just a matter of temperament or maybe of practice. Like I love to host. I love to host people at my house. Voice of the Broken. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We just finished up with the Wraith, and I'm probably gonna go back now. Is there something wrong with your voice, or is it just my ears? I don't know if there's something wrong with my voice. Hey chat, is there something wrong with my voice? I don't think there's something wrong with my voice. I haven't been like sick or anything. I think it's my ears. Ah, bless. Those gosh darn ears. Always having something going on with them. Sorry, I'm gonna tell the princess I'm ready to go back, so I'm gonna get distracted for a hot second. That really seems the same. Yeah, it might be the ears then. Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I mean, the headphones moment. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Why does Birdman always die? I think it's the only way to restart the cycle, to get back to the point where I can go talk to the princess again. Stuff planning could just leave all those burdens behind. You could just leave all those burdens behind and just submit to her. That's so true. Then she could handle everything. She could handle everything and we could just be her little bird guy. That doesn't sound so bad. That sounds pretty decent, all things considered. Candybot wants me to drink some water. Thanks, Candybot. Alright, let's see. I think that was route 2. 2 or 3? Oh gosh, that was route 3. I have 2 more. I have 2 more to do. Birdwife? Yeah, because we did Tower and Thorn. The other ones I want to do are Nightmare and Wounded Wild, I think. We could go for Wounded Wild. We could go talk to the beast and then make our way to the Wounded Wild. Who is the Broken? Oh, Voice of the Broken is a character in this game and is also a chatter on twitch.tv at the moment. Hope this helps. And yeah, alright, let's continue to the cabin. Have a chat person? One with the princess. Yeah, yippee! Well, but it's gonna be...
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We are gonna go for Wounded Wild, so unfortunately we are going to have to separate ourselves from the princess.
A warning before you go any further.
Somebody go or someone new? Someone new.
She will lie.
It's not...
She will
Sorry.
cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I stumbled upon this channel a few days ago. No, it is kind of funky. That is a valid question for Max to ask, because we have had several incidents of clones of people showing up every once in a while, or like alter ego identities of regular chatters. So it's kind of funky, but yes, that is a valid question.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Love to proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We want to talk to Beastie, so we are not going to take the knife. We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Mr. Beast? Oh gosh, no. Can you imagine the princess turns into Mr. Beast?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hi, princess.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's say... no, let's not say anything. Let's continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Hi.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Well... I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I still don't think she's actually that big of a threat to anyone. I think she's just a natural part of the world.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Yeah, narrator, you're also a little hater.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Stop the hate, narrator. He literally is a hater. He's such a little hater! He's a hater! He hates me and the princess in particular. Yeah, he hates that we're in love. He wants to stop us from being in love. I can't believe he would do this. He did all that to get rid of her. Yeah, like what the heck? Because we won't go to the beast, I'm gonna go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word.
Thank you.
I'm like, let's talk. Goodbye.
You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Scared of death and transformation? He's such a little coward and a hater.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Such a little bird he is. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Beast. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Yeah, alright.
She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you.
Well,
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation.
I'm back and apologize? I mean, I can try. I can certainly try.
Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
We can certainly try to apologize to her.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
Probably not a knife point, though. Yeah, that's a bit silly of me.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we can start over?
Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can.
Red text princess. Red text princess.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Okay, let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Is the room bigger or are we smaller? Both are viable options, to be honest. Investigate the arm. Come on out. Let's just get this over with. I'll wait. Come on out. Let's just get this over with.
I can wait. I'm very patient.
Okay. Yay. Mm-hmm. We are going to venture into the shadows.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor.
Ouchie.
Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade.
Ouchie.
It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
I mean, you know me, the will to fight back. Not really there.
This is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm afraid it is.
Indeed, indeed.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
There we have it. The beast. The beast. The beast.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh boy. Proceed to the cabin. Let's go talk to the princess.
A warning
Let's start with
before you go any
princess.
further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Here, try, give me just a sec. Sorry, noises. Noises were happening. It's all in her nature, hunted. It's in her nature!
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
Sorry, it was in her nature, of the witch kinda did something to my brain. Kinda did something crazy to my brain.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
trust her implicitly. Yeah, same kind of. I love her. Okay, hold on. I gotta figure out which path we want to take. Going into the trying to head to the wild. I think we're gonna end up with the stubborn, probably, with the path I'm planning to do, cause I am planning to stay still. But let's take the knife.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No broken? Can you end up with a broken? With the wild? I see an option. We get the contrarian, the stubborn, the paranoid, the opportunist. But I don't think... Yeah. I don't think we can have the broken, unfortunately. Yes? You can? Wait, you can? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? There's a path you can have the broken with the wild? I'm very sure about that. I'm not seeing it on the map that I have pulled up of the routes, but mine could be missing something. Interesting. Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can figure this out. Let's see. How do you... No, that's not telling me anything. Should I direct? I just want to see if I can find, like a more complete map. You know, I'll be back soon. Good luck with the search. The networked wild is the other one. I always forget what that one is. Okay. Let's see. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm looking for. Okay. Hold on. We're taking a look. We're looking at some things. Give me just a moment. Sorry, let me just look at some things. I'm not seeing a way to get the broken. I mean, it could just be that that even that map isn't fully updated. But oh gosh, there's a lot of boxes on that one. No, that one doesn't talk about the voices. This is a really big map. Hold on, this one is very large. Oh gosh, how am I supposed to navigate this? Don't take the blade. Okay, let the princess kill you one way or another. The beast. Okay. Oh, claw and bite. If you don't take the blade, you can claw and bite and end up with a broken. Sweet. Okay, I have found a more complete map. We're popping off. We are popping off. Oh, there's a way you can have the wild with only the voice of the hunted. Interesting. Huh. Well. Isn't that a thought? This map is huge. It's so hard. It's so hard to navigate. Neat. Okay. I might refer to this map from now on. Huh. Okay. Alright, we got him. We got him. We are not going to take the blade. We are just going to enter the basement.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk. I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
Oh boy.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Hi.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
She's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Yeah, she's literally right there.
Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess.
But if we would believe her to be just a princess, then she would.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes
Hi.
appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Hi, ma'am.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
Hi, ma'am.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Don't you hear that clinking? She's in chains again. We're fine.
We're not. Move.
Where?
Anywhere. There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous, the princess, lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Oh, wait, hold on. I want to go to I want to see if there's an autosave for this here. Yeah. Let's load this. There's an achievement for freezing. I want to see if I can get that. Stand still.
There's a shift
There we
in the
go.
humid air, and something enormous. The
There we
princess
go, okay.
lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
Ah, man.
I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it.
Oh boy.
You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I know which direction I'm going on this. This map is huge. Okay. Yeah, claw and bite is what we want.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
Oh boy.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin
man.
protests as the corrosive
Hi,
liquid
Callie.
sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Sometimes Tally just needs to bark, you know?
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
That description kinda hot.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
That's... The line goes so hard.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
I learned from my wounds. Ma'am.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Yes, sir. Claw and bite.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
Oh boy, we are a trapped animal.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slough from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Claw and bite.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat. The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
Ouch.
You can't hold me forever.
We are gonna claw and bite.
Your energy is fading, but you can hear her heart thumping somewhere close.
Welcome
There's
back.
so little of you left. Your fingers reduced to bone, your nerves bare and screaming, the acid pooling around you now a soup of your skin and meat. You are a spark of will driving a melted corpse. But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets.
So no broken? I'm pretty sure this is the way to get to the broken. I'm like with the guide that I found, hold on. I'm like 90% certain that this is the way to get to the broken. I'm getting claw and bite as the as the way to do that.
What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I have to do what Broken does. That's interesting, because the path I found that has the voice of the Broken in it has Wait for Death being just the voice of the Hunted. But yeah, I could be wrong. We could just have Hunted. The Wild. I did my best to bring Broken here.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
I love the description of the narrator as cold and unnatural.
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Hi, Princess.
That's not the princess, is it?
Yeah, that's the princess.
Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Got squished.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
I love the Wild.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
Yeah, we're all one right now.
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
She ate me. She ate you? Yeah. Smile. Mm-hmm.
That's just
see,
because
Broken!
she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore.
See, we got him in. We got him in. We got him.
We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
Ah, Broken, my beloved.
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Okay, Pat, I do know you slay yourself one side. Interesting. Let me check this much larger guide that I found. To see if I can trace that. Interesting. That's so interesting because I'm not seeing because I'm seeing with slay yourself that you end up with the stubborn. Huh. Who knows? Oh, and there goes Candy Bot telling me to drink this one. I guess weight is broken enough. Well, this wasn't weight. This was tear and claw. All of our efforts just weren't enough to actually do anything to her. You know, which seems very Broken-esque.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
I guess that's it then. This is us now. We're the woods. Okay.
We're the woods. Alright, here's the issue, is that I really like being the networked wild, but I really want to see what happens if I want to not slay the wounded wild. I last time I saw her I killed her and I felt bad about that ever since. I want to go back and have together, but it's gonna make her sad when I tear us apart. Yeah, the woods is kind of nice. It is kind of nice, and I really like the networked wild. I don't think I've ever brought the networked wild to the Shifting Mountain in a way that I could ask her opinion on the vessel. But I really want to see what happens if you don't kill the wounded wild, you know? Let me drink some more water. It feels like a water moment. Guys, I'm too soft for this game. I'm too soft to make the harsh decisions and do the tricky things. This thing watching us. What is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
I know, man.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
I do not want to slay her.
He
That
wants
doesn't
us
sound
to
fun.
kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
We kind of literally are in this together at this moment. I don't know, man.
She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Ah! Ah! I want to chat. This is tricky, and I'll put this forward that I don't believe there's an achievement for not killing the wounded wild. I mean, I can definitely check to be sure. So this isn't an achievement. This is just that I want to. I felt really bad when I killed her, and I wanted to. And I wanted to not do that. But now I think that might make me sad again. I don't know, you guys. Oh, it's tricky. Oh, it's difficult to tell. I'm entirely too soft for this game. Double checked it. You're absolutely right, and I was mistaken. You. Well, to be fair, I can't. That's nothing necessarily to my benefit. I just found a really enormous, huge guide that is completely unreadable when not zoomed in intensely. There's a lot happening here. There's a lot of routes. There's a lot of ways to do this. A lot of ways to do this. And so many of them are the wild. There's so many wild options. So I'm just taking a quick moment and looking through all these, and yeah, there is a huge amount of paths. Huge amount of paths. Okay. So your stuff does give stubborn. Wild is kind of wild. Kind of crazy. Kind of wildin' out here. I think I'll bring the networked wild another time. I'm gonna go for wounded wild on this one. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and you're supposed to be something that isn't me.
How could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
Because I feel like this kind of plays into the whole godhood thing, where I do like her, but I don't necessarily need us to go back into being one being.
No, you're spot on. You exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity mushed
Gestalt
together
is a
with
good
bits
word.
of you and the princess. You're an individual.
Gestalt is a good word.
You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body, separate from hers. I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now?
Sorry, Chad, I keep dodging away. One of my roommates is just louder than normal today. It's fine.
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. The princess ate you last time.
Too soon.
Stop passively vibing with a literal predator And remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
So I just stop passively vibing with a literal predator is always... It's a really fun line.
We can't go back to that.
Oh.
We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Oh, honey.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
We're not enemies with our goddess. We're not.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Oh, sweetheart.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Gaze at the terror in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
I am sorry, but I don't want to be one person always.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten.
Oh, hunted.
I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
It's fine, she didn't care. I mean, yeah, I agree mostly. I'm not even concerned with the fact that she ate us. As much as being the networked wild can be fun sometimes, you know, sometimes you gotta be separate beings.
I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
I'm so sorry, but...
No! I devoured you! I won! I put things back the way they were supposed to be!
Some divisions, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
There's the cabin.
A cabin comes into being among the trees.
Oh.
It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
The cabin as an entity in this path is so fun, though.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Hi, sweetheart.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
No, of
I
course
feel
not.
empty, don't you?
Ma'am, your heart.
We're just like her, and she's just like us. We never should have left her.
Narrator rushes the narration a bit here. No steps into the basement. Yeah, narrator just shoves us in here.
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Or we could both live and be happy, you know? We have options here. We don't just have to kill her or leave her.
Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
I know no such thing. I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us. Cut her free. The design implies that the tearing gash that we ripped apart was literally our hearts. Oh no! Oh, that's really sad, Corvigay. Also, that's a really fun design thing, yeah. But here, let's cut her free.
Devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
Shut up, narrator.
And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens.
Shut up, narrator.
Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
Our chest is gaping right now, too. Our chest is gaping right now, too. Is that the case? Perhaps.
You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm fine. Whatever.
In case I didn't notice it. I mean, it's not necessarily like literally implied. I mean, I'm not there, but there's the design. That's a design implication to me personally. Yeah, that she's got her open chest. We've torn ourselves apart. I think it's a fun interpretation, if nothing else.
You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
Hi.
I think we are happy, actually.
Hi.
We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same. Almost.
If I had drawn this, that's what I would have meant by No, I vibe with it. Also, look! She's smiling at us. Face is almost like Thorn. Yeah. She's smiling at us. She's holding on to us as well. We're together.
I didn't think you would do that after everything.
Oh, sweetheart.
It's so cold without you.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. So cold without you. That hits. And GL, that kinda hits.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. Or, it's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice. A mercy.
It'll be okay, you guys. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Wounded Wild is so pretty.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Wonder Violet is so pretty. And, oh, look at her, and with her crown of branches and her exposed heart, ma'am, I can see her entire heart and ribcage, ma'am. Her little branch arms too. Sorry, whoa. I just think she's really pretty. There's trees and stars, and they're people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Her branches so pretty. If I started like that in real life, I'd be really scared. I mean, there's a beauty in it. She's a living, growing thing. Like, her being kind of like a tree. It's, you know, again, it's, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of things IRL that you know, there's a lot of things in this game that have happened IRL would be very scary and unfortunate and sad, but we're not in IRL, we're in a game. And here, like, just seeing the essence of her being as drawn into that plant ideal. I don't know if I'm articulating this very well, but like, she's a tree lady, but she's also a being of flesh and blood. It's a really interesting concept. As a princess, as a goddess intertwined with the nature she is pretty. Yeah, exactly. She's intertwined with the nature. Let's see. No, I think at this point it's time for us to go back. There are other questions that I could ask her, but no, let's ask her. I know the answer is just one, but how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
It's the last one. Direct answer? I know, direct answer. How wild is that? I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Yes, ma'am. Everything goes dark, and you die. She's getting better at talking. She's getting better at talking! She's less of a concept now. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I don't think it'll be end of the world either way, but let's continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
No, King. I'm kind of inclined to believe her.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh my gosh, it's a pristine blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, I am going to take a save here. I'm sorry, on autosaves at the moment. Oh, I love you, Spectre, but I'm overwriting the save. I'm taking the save here because I want to try to get to the nightmare from taking the blade. I just want to see if it's possible, because every other time I've done nightmare, I've just entered the basement, but I do want to see if it's possible here. So we're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hi.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, the thing about that is, I'm supposed to. I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You're going to drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Yep.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment,
Hi.
you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Look at them big ol' eyes.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah. Okay, I think from here we're going to want... I might ask her a couple questions, but I'm going to say, okay, we've talked enough, and then leave her in the basement. Relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Truth. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Well, I'm gonna be very silly and not do that.
And if you don't,
Red text princess, though.
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Oh, ma'am.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Yeah.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
The sin of inaction.
You're making a mistake.
Oh, you bet I am.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
That definitely sounds like we're headed towards Nightmare.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
I will have it my way. Thank you for... Oh, thank you.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Yep,
Okay, we can make this work.
we can make this work.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh boy.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. Oh, it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Something out of a nightmare, oh boy.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Spooky.
No, it doesn't.
Let's see, ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
I mean, it's objectively a bad decision, but we're making bad decisions here.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
Whoa.
The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Whoa.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Rather unfortunate.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
I think it's always funky that the narrator's like, yeah, I'm on your side, but he doesn't even like us. Like, I know that, yes, he is objectively on our side, quote unquote, you know, to try to get us to slay the princess and get out of here. But, you know, it's always interesting that he's like, oh yeah, I'm implicitly on your side, and then sometimes he's like, yeah, I don't even like you. He's a funky guy.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer,
if I don't die first.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well.
Yeah.
A little green around the gills.
Yeah, I'm not feeling very well. I know. I have to go now for good. Well, thank you for stopping by, Broken. It was very lovely to have you in here today. Good luck with whatever it is that you've got going on. I wish you well. You may. She could take her time with us if we weren't gonna die immediately.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'm gonna die.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Well,
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
well,
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. Alright, it's nightmare time. Here we go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, Candybot wants me to drink some water, which I will do. Thank you, Candybot, for your service. Much appreciated. Keeping me hydrated.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
True.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh, of course, voice of the Paranoid. Paranoid is another really based voice. Proceeding to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Oh, look at all those princesses watching us.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Yeah, what did happen to the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Yeah, I absolutely can. You're so right about that,
I'm
Paranoid.
going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
We are going to... I believe... Okay, I want to check with the mega map really quick. To see if I can figure out... if there's, you know, funky endings here. Okay, so I could take the blade or not take the blade. I think I'm not going to take the blade. I'm just going to enter the
Should have
basement.
taken the knife again. I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper.
I think we'll be fine.
You cross over the threshold
The eyes.
and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
Big ol' eyes.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Or we could just go down there unprepared. I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I don't think it actually matters which direction I take, but I did go left last time, and I stayed here the first time, so I'm probably going to go right.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
I mean, if he wants us to do this, then yeah, someone does need to be the voice of reason. He needs to be the one to say she's just a princess, to try to convince us to see her as just a princess so that she can be killed.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Oh, paranoid.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
And yeah, saying that is going to make things worse.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Hi!
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs
Hello.
suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
Oh man.
This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
Me when I get got.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think!
Oh, paranoid, you've got this.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Hello, Miss Nightmare.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate.
Oof.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Oof.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Paranoid based.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs. What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Let him cook! Let him cook!
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Let him cook!
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart, lungs.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Nerves, heart.
No, I think I know. It's just it's a bit tricky sometimes.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Ridiculous but alive.
She isn't attacking us. Nerves. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Nerves.
What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
That's so true, I am here.
I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
I want to leave too.
Nerves. Lungs. Liver. Nerves.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side.
Okay.
A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Okay, ma'am. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Well, Paranoid, I guess you're stuck like this for a minute.
Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
Let's see. We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Nerves.
Okay.
Lungs. Liver. Heart.
Okay, let's get out of here.
What? No! Nerves.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
Yeah, the narrator trying to wrest control again, but too tenuous.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Oh, it's kind of hot.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
Heart, lungs. The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to use it.
Yeah, I don't know about
But
that
we
though.
don't. We've already made our choice. Heart, lungs. We can still grab it on the way out.
Oh no, Paranoid, we're good.
You're not
if you
wrong,
just
but
keep
maybe
going,
you should
yeah.
let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Yeah, I don't want to fall off the stairs.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Step onto the stairs and follow the princess.
nerves. You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it?
Yep. Next question.
At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there.
Spooky.
The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door.
I love seeing just like the hint of her jawline behind the mask. That's so fun.
Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet.
We'll be fine.
There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now.
Paranoid, we're kind of dying.
Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive.
Yeah, Paranoid really should be allowed to talk more, I think.
Heart. Liver?
Oh, Hero's so bad at this.
Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Free my boy. Paranoid really...
I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I?
Free my guy.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
Yeah.
Liver.
Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door
Well,
behind
there
you.
it goes.
It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. Guess we're not stabbing her in the back.
Nope.
I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
You're an echo. How are you getting alcohol?
And now you open the door.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Step into the world.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin.
You bastard. You've actually done it, Liver. You've actually doomed everyone.
Oh, bye, narrator.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
Well, but don't worry, the long quiet's on its way.
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
It'll be okay. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Yeah. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Who are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
Let's see. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Let's see. Do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Big thoughts about that, actually, that in the end nobody wants to leave. Let's see. Of all things, why is she a princess? Why can't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread?
Are you asking me to spend my final moments psychoanalyzing you? She wound up a princess because you wanted her to be a princess. As to why?
I wanted her to be a princess, that's so true.
Maybe she needed to be beautiful, important, above you, but on a level you could still approach. A herald of things to come.
She is beautiful.
I don't know. Gods are supposed to be beyond comprehension. I really shouldn't try and anthropomorphize you like this.
Let's see. Oh, is there something further on that line of questioning that we can go on? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Okay. Alright, is there a difference between leaving this place and staying here? Like the prisoner? Like the prisoner, if we just wait. Yeah, if we just wait, then eventually things will change to get us out. That's so true, Corvigay. I didn't even think of that.
There is. It's the difference between being stranded on a desert island and being stranded on a desert island with a leopard that can't die.
Oh, I kind of love that description.
Either option is great. Especially when there's a third option where you get rid of the island and give everyone a chance to finally be happy.
Alright. What else do we have? Is there anything new? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Interesting. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
It's fascinating to me, this man who made the gods.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Something mortal making two immortal beings are something entirely other than himself. Alright, well, let's go boss fight. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh! 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 Here she is! It's Shifty! Hi!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hi, ma'am.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. I love her! What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's see. Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us
She's
know
so
well.
pretty when she makes this
If
face.
this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Then so be it.
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known.
I look so scared here.
But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious.
She's, I mean, based.
It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you?
Good points.
You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, you feared nothing.
Address this vessel statement directly. That was no rejection for you. Broken to your will. You wanted to make the world suffer. You act as if you're not above it, but you're not. I'm gonna say I'm not afraid anymore.
Then you are one step closer to being free of your bindings.
Here we go.
A web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves, lain upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to.
Ma'am, your ribs!
You knew me, and I knew you. even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Just as fast as directly, you're part of me. I couldn't bring. Oh yeah, I like this actually. Oh no, actually, I miss what it was like to be together. Can we go back to it?
Though that was us before we were us, there is no turning back. For all the Echo's delusion, he still managed to reshape reality itself. Though he could not destroy what could not be destroyed. We are intertwined, but we are separate.
Oh, here comes Wraith.
Flesh is the vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine.
That was kind of hot.
You did not resist my violence when it overcame you. Did you understand the flesh wasn't you? Or did you choose to gift yourself to someone who thought she hated you? To fear me is to fear losing the flesh. The flesh is not the spirit.
She's got good points, as always. Do I fear I'm not afraid anymore? Oh, I'm gonna say I was glad to set you free.
Then set me free again. Set both of us free.
I won't leave with you. Not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
True. Just as fast as doing directly. Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
You are nothing. A black
Hi.
hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash. But there is no light without the dark.
Her little, her finger. Sorry, tower, ma'am. Whew.
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation. Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
I do think I want to say you were consumed by your own ego. Can't even ask me to drink water. Okay.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
The hard eyes, yeah.
Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. I always say this one. I want to see if there's other options. There's probably auto saves here, so I am going to try to say I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't set you free. There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hero! You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Yes, please.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Let's go! There's the cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
It's under the basement.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yeah, I do remember.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It's Knife Princess.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
And
stairs.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Hi.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. Hi. It's so good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah, of course. I love, okay, so when we meet her in the first chapter, her eyes are so watery. One thing I love about the princess at the end of the world is her eyes are darker now, more complete. I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you.
The first time we met, I literally beat you to death with my bare hands. You don't have to apologize to me. But still, I appreciate it. And I hope you can also forgive me.
I love
You
her.
know, when she puts it like that,
Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, Hero works for me.
Hero!
but that's me. You know, I think I like that.
We've been a hero all along. I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit.
Oh, I love Knife Princess so much.
Just like this cabin.
None of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
Ah! I love her. What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I don't really want to be her. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know if I want to leave with you. I don't want to be a god. I don't know what it means. It's what I want. It doesn't know what happens. What it means. What matters is we're leaving together. That's all I want. I'm gonna take her hand. It doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Leave with the princess. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel her hand tremble in yours. She is unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this. Yet, she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. Wow, I can read this line properly. And then she crosses the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with her.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there.
Oh, me neither.
Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen.
Absolutely anything.
And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Yeah. I really should explore some of these other options at some point, but, I love you.
I love you too. But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, I love this game! I love this game! It's such a... Oh, it's so good! Oh, I love this game so much! It's so good. We're leaving together. We're going. We're gonna get out of here. We're leaving all behind. I'm shaking, crying every single time. Every single time. It's so gorgeous. Oh, we're leaving together. So I've got a lot of emotions about this. Got a lot of emotions there. This game is so good. Okay, well, that is going to be where we end the stream for today. On finishing that route out. I will be back tomorrow. I'm currently streaming Tuesday through Saturday, starting a little after 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys take care of yourselves, drink water, take your meds, get some sleep, you know, to do any number of things that are important for you. If you're staying on Twitch, find something cool to watch. If you're leaving Twitch, find something cool to do. And I will see you guys all later. Okay, love you lots. Bye-bye!